vibes and checking and jiving. In a turbulent time, and we need a spiritual teaching to keep us alive. No more selling us lies or selling beside me while the enemy hide. Yeah, I'm feeling a change in order. Treading dangerous waters. The demise of falsely idols. Get exposed through code and morals. Ooh. I get the remedy. God is the centerpiece. Pray for my enemies. Pray for my enemies. I get the tendency. You kind of finicky, huh? Dot on his head, dot on his nose. Follow the lamb, don't follow the goat. Pray for the homie, he died from. I've been healing, feeling, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm mocking, stepping, rapping, flow electric. Time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us. Still ride with a cook in the fleece. I'ma up my piece if you're trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions. Go to the higher. These ain't come from the cause. We different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes. I see through the lies they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual forces. Fighting the demons, really for lifers.
They be on that rap to pay the bills, and I don't feel it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. We can do it on the turf. Oh Lord, I'm the rookie and the vet. Shout out to the
BA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in Uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Carolina Panthers.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Now Dobbins again on second down. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Here's Murray. And it's incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, fancy running by Murray. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him. And that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
To throw, it's Murray. Now he'll tuck this and run. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Dobbins trying the left side. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey. Boys. 2-2.
Murray now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Now a 2nd and 10. You look at this Carolina defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
19 yards. And the Vikings first down.
2-2.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Hey, Ace.
From the gun, Murray. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal.
2-2. Biggest. Omaha.
Shotgun now from Murray. It's Dobbins on the out route, bringing it in. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They'll start on the ground with Brooks. Room here to run. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught downfield by Harrison. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The rookie from Texas looking sharp on that throw. He gets his guys a 1st down.
Panthers first down. Go 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. 20, 5, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Brooks with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Hey.
Now Murray. Now he's going to step up and run. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Trying to find Jordan Addison that time. And it's 2nd down. You look at this Carolina defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing now is Murray. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Panthers will take over here just shy of the 30.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On play action, they'll throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
He'll try and do this himself. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. up the gut with Dobbins.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Big Derek Brown making the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw is Murray. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Green. 2-2.
Murray now. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Easy.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that is incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you get the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now he's free at the 35. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 135 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring him.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. Keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Panthers are able to widen their advantage. Flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. This is caught by Addison. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Biggest. Hold on, 2-2. Shit. 2-2.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. A give up the middle to Dobbins. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Green. Buzz.
From the gun on third down, Murray. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
At the 41-yard line.
2-2. Omaha. Big Ace open. 2-2.
Back to throw now on first down. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. J.K. Dobbins, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Panthers 14, Vikings 10. Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
13 more yards.
They'll look to throw again. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle is complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. back to throw again. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Marvin Harrison Jr., 68 yards. And the Panthers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Murray going to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. To throw, it's Murray. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Green.
Here's Murray. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my face compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. They'll run right here with Brooks. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackled by Jonathan Grenard. They work now on 2nd and 9.
At their 48-yard line.
70 Lions.
Once again, it's Brooks. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 159 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
Up the middle with Brooks here. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 2nd and 8. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Hey. Biggest.
Murray now to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. That injury stoppage here and a lot of worried faces on that offense and on that sideline as Kyler Murray is in some discomfort. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Throwing is McCarthy. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A stoppage here for an injury, and not what you want to see. J.K. Dobbins in a little bit of pain after that last play.
Hey, Ace. Easy. Biggest.
Here's Murray. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
Throwing now is Murray. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. He'll try to do it himself. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 181 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
45-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Let's go.
A handoff running left, Brooks. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and a yard.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now a give to Brooks running right. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And they'll run it here. And he may have given those 6 yards right back as they're going to get to him well behind the line. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
3rd down.
Here we go. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd